From this, it appears that God is the cause of all workers to work. For everything that works is in some way the cause of being, either according to its substantial being or accidental. But nothing has a cause for being except insofar as it acts in the power of God, as has been shown. Therefore, everyone who works through the power of God. Still, every operation which results in some power is attributed as the cause of that thing which gave that power, just as the natural motion of heavy and light results in their form, according to which they are heavy and light, and therefore the cause of their motion is said to be the begetting one who gave the form. But every power of any agent is from God, as from the first beginning of all perfection. Therefore, since every operation results in some power, it must be that God is the cause of every operation. Further, it is manifest that every action which cannot continue without the cessation of the influence of some agent is from that agent, just as the manifestation of colors could not be without the cessation of the action of the sun, which illuminates the air. Whence there is no doubt that the sun is the cause of the manifestation of colors. And the same is clear about violent motion, which ceases when the violence of the impelling ceases. But just as God not only gave existence to things when they first began to exist, but as long as they exist, He causes existence in them, preserving things in existence, as has been shown. Thus, not only when things were first created, He gave them operative virtues, but He always causes them in things. Hence, when the divine influence ceased, all activity would cease. Therefore, every operation of a thing is reduced to itself as to a cause. Again, whatever applies an active power to an action is said to be the cause of that action. For an artist applying the power of a natural thing to some action is said to be the cause of that action, as a cook cooks a decoction, which is by fire. But every application of power to operation is principally and first from God. For the operative virtues are applied to their own operations by some movement, either of the body or of the soul. But the first principle of both movements is God. For the first mover is completely immovable, as was shown above. Similarly, every movement of the will by which certain virtues are applied to work is reduced to God as the first desiring and the first willing. Therefore, every operation must be attributed to God as the first and principal agent. Still, in all causes ordered by agents, it is always necessary that the following causes act by the virtue of the first cause. Just as in natural things the inferior bodies act by the virtue of the heavenly bodies, and in voluntary affairs all the inferior artisans work according to the command of the supreme architect. Now, in the order of agent causes, God is the first cause, as was shown in the first. Therefore, all the agents of the lower causes act by virtue of it. Now, the cause of an action is that by virtue of which it is acted upon, rather than that which acts as the principal agent, rather than the instrument. God, then, is the principal cause of every action, than even the agents of secondary causes. Again, every worker is directed by his operation to the ultimate end, for it is necessary that the operation itself be the end, or worked, which is the result of an operation. But it is God Himself to order things to an end, as was shown above. It must therefore be said that every agent acts by divine power. He therefore is the cause of the action of all things. This is why it is said in Isaiah 26:12, "You have worked in us, Lord, all our works." And John 15:5, "Without me you can do nothing." And Philippians 2:13, "It is God who works in us to will and to accomplish for a good will." And for this reason, the effects of nature are frequently attributed in the Scriptures to divine operation, because it is he who works in everything that works by nature or by will. As Job 10, did you not milk me like milk and curdle me like cheese? You clothed me with skin and flesh, you bound me with bones and nerves. And in the psalm, the Lord thundered from heaven, and the Most High gave his voice, hail and coals of fire.